Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me begin by saying just how profoundly grateful I am for Senator Bob Casey. Should not be lost on anyone that our senior United States Senator chose to be here today in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection to stand up against hate and anti-Semitism. Senator, we owe you a debt of gratitude, and we are grateful for your service to this Commonwealth. Thank you. Thank you. Senator Casey is a great partner to me in my work on behalf of the good people of Pennsylvania. But my partner in life, the person who's been by my side, that the people of Pennsylvania are now getting to know as their First Lady, is with us. Please welcome Lori Shapiro and two of our children, Max and Ruben, who are with us. I love you guys. I want to say thank you to Michael Balaban, the Federation, and all of the wonderful organizations that brought us together here today. Thank you. And I want to say a special thank you to Rabbis Friedman and Maderer for welcoming us back to RS, back to Road of Shalom. There's a reason why we are here. And it's not just because they are outstanding leaders. The reason we are here is because this is where we need to be. This is where we need to be. 5 years ago, I stood at this very place with our seats as full as they are today, in the wake of the most horrific and deadly anti-Semitic attack in our nation's history. That happened at the Tree of Life congregation in Pittsburgh. Senator Casey and I were there, and that Sunday, at the end of that weekend, I drove across the Commonwealth because I wanted to be here with all of you that night. I wanted to be here because I knew that in this place of worship, in this historically significant shul, that we could find strength in one another at an extremely difficult time. And strength and empowerment, indeed, we found. Those were challenging moments for our Commonwealth and our country. People felt a lot of fear and anger in the face of that hatred and bigotry, just as I know so many of us feel today in the face of rising anti-Semitism. I'm also keenly aware that that hatred, that bigotry, can make us feel helpless at times, right? So today, here at RS, again, we gather to find strength in one another. But I hope as we gather here today, you also leave here finding your power and finding the fact that you are not helpless in the midst of this rising anti-Semitism. I came back here today to tell you that you have the power to combat this anti-Semitism. And now more than ever, we need you. In the face of these dark moments, particularly since October 7th, I've witnessed some of the best of Pennsylvania. And God bless our fellow Pennsylvanians. The vast, 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 vast majority of them are wonderful, caring, loving, inclusive people. And I have seen Pennsylvanians take actions big and small, and both matter, to combat anti-Semitism and to find their power. I've seen it here in Philadelphia, where students raised their voices, where students made sure they were heard in the halls of power at their university, and leadership was held accountable. The students did that. Actions big and small I've seen Pennsylvanians proudly displaying their menorahs, not just on the dining room table, but moving them to the window for all to see because of how proud they are of their faith. Just last night, Lori and I were honored to welcome hundreds of people from across the Commonwealth to the governor's residence to celebrate Hanukkah. And one of the most poignant conversations we had was when a woman walked over to us and said, I feel strong leaving here tonight, and I'm going to display my menorah in the window. Thank you for helping me realize my strength. She and others like her are following the lesson of Hanukkah, as the senator alluded to, finding light in the midst of darkness. I've seen it, actions big and small. Just the other day, Lori and I wanted to show our support for a dear friend and a great leader in the city of Philadelphia, and a man who makes a hell of a tahina shake, Mike Solomonov, who is here with us. Now, Mike, they like your falafel, apparently. I share that with you because I want you to know what happened when the cameras weren't looking. Laura and I were in line, and we introduced ourselves to a man who was there waiting to buy his lunch order. What's your name? Told me his name. So where are you from? He said, I'm from Squirrel Hill. I said, Squirrel Hill? That's Mr. Rogers' country. That's Steelers' country, man. You're a long way from home. And he said, I drove across the state today because I wanted to show my support. I don't want to let the other side win. That's why I came to Goldie today. You know, that man from Squirrel Hill who showed up in Philadelphia to support Michael and support all of us comes from the Tree of Life community. The Tree of Life community, which of course suffered horrific loss. But the same Tree of Life community, together with the Pittsburgh JCC and the Pittsburgh Federation, who brought from Israel to the United States 4 survivors of Hamas's brutal attacks on October 7th, 2 from a kibbutz, 1 from the community in the South, and 1 from the festival. Shani, Hila, Roni, and Ofer. They joined us last night at the governor's residence. They lit the Hanukkah menorah with Lori and I in the governor's residence, a menorah that was given to Governor Tom Wolf, my predecessor, by the Tree of Life leadership. They came here to the United States at the invitation of a community that suffered such loss. 2 people from across the globe dealing with darkness but finding light. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Shani and Hila and Roni and Ofer to Rodef Shalom. They are with us today. They bear witness, and their story must be told and heard. These are 2 communities, Pittsburgh and Squirrel Hill, our friends in Israel, particularly in the South, who refuse to be defined by darkness, who together are finding light and showing us the way. I have seen love and strength all throughout Pennsylvania. We should be proud of where we live. We should be mindful, though, that there are warning signs as well. The Holocaust, we know, began not with weapons, but with words. This community knows that. And I know, and you know, that we must confront those words head on. That's why we're here today. Confront them head on online and in our communities. I'm committed to doing just that. Senator Casey is committed to doing just that. Representative White is committed to doing that. But all three of us will tell you, it doesn't take a title before your name to do this important work. You have the power, and your voices matter. The Talmud teaches us that no one is required to complete the task, but neither are we free to refrain from it. That means that each of us has a responsibility to get off the sidelines, to get in the game, and to do our part. And today, you are doing your part by being here. And tomorrow, I know you'll continue to do your part. For me, I'll make sure that Pennsylvania knows their story and that our children know our history. And let's face the truth, too many of our children simply do not. And in the vacuum of that awareness, lies and conspiracy theories and danger can take root. We must learn from history, and we must make never again a reality here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So as we do our part, I want you to know I'm committed to doing the work as well, to ensure that we teach the history of the Holocaust in our classrooms here in Pennsylvania. To making sure that we strengthen our hate crimes laws here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. To building a Commonwealth that the senator alluded to in the vision of Penn, a place that he visioned would be tolerant, would be welcoming to all, no matter how you practice your faith. When I sit in my office in the state capitol, a desk that's been used by governors for over 100 years, I'm not just humbled by the awesome responsibility that you've bestowed upon me. I'm keenly aware that I've taken the baton from the man whose portrait hangs just above my desk, William Penn, and extends all the way through in portraits to our most recent predecessor, Governor Tom Wolf. The baton has been passed to me through them to make sure that we continue to do the work that Penn started, to build a Commonwealth that is open and welcoming unto all, to combat hatred and bigotry, and to make sure that all voices are welcome and lifted up right here in Pennsylvania. I want to ask you to continue to do what you are doing here today, and that is demonstrating pride in who you are. Keep using your voices to speak out and stand up for what's right and support your neighbors. You have the power, and you are showing it here today. And you are making a difference in your numbers and in your individual voices by speaking up. You are showing that hate has no place here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and hear me on this. Hate in whatever form, whether anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, homophobia, it has no place here in Pennsylvania, in a place founded on the promise of William Penn. We will not tolerate it. You are here to say that no matter what you look like, where you come from, who you love or who you pray to, you have a place in Pennsylvania. And as your governor, I will continue to fight for you every single day. Thank you all. God bless you. Let us continue this important work together. Thank you.